Welcome everyone to Sudbury Talks with Gwen Price. And March is Women's History Month, and I'm celebrating women in business. And I'm very happy to be with my daughter, Amanda Lavoie Parsons, who's the owner of Unforgettable Weddings and Events.
Weddings.
And so we're going to celebrate together today, and we're going to talk about Amanda's business. And cheers to everybody.
Cheers.
So Amanda, you now are in a new location, actually, where you had your warehouse always set up, but now you've got the business set up here, the showroom.
That's right. Yeah, we're at 336 Montague, right around the corner from Chico's Tacos, down in the Donovan area.
Yeah, well, that's great. And it's beautiful in here. We'll be posting some pictures later on, but this whole arrangement, it gives the brides and grooms a chance to see all your different types of products that you make available to them.
That's right. And so when I am working with a customer, I like to get inspiration and ideas from them. And then when they come into the showroom, I'm able to showcase pieces that are already suitable to what they're going for.
Makes me almost want to get married again.
Yes.
Because it's beautiful, and I've been to weddings that you've done, and lots of my friends have been to weddings that you've done, and they're beautiful. They're very tastefully done, but it's very important to sort of personalize it to whatever the couple want.
Yes, and also because there's so many, there's Pinterest out there and lots of different avenues of, showing weddings. People have such abundance of ideas, and I just help kind of narrow that down so it's not so overwhelming and make sure that we come together with a final product that showcases the couple, but also is just, unique for them.
Well, and you know what I'm like, I can't handle too many choices, right? Give me three and then I can make a decision, but because it's overwhelming sometimes when you see too many things, right? I want that, I want that, I want that, but it may not all work together, so you help them sort of narrow it down. And
yeah, exactly. And I don't want to overstimulate them with a showroom with all the products that we possibly can have. So this way, when they do come in, I'm showing them pieces that I'm really recommending for them, or pieces that they already seen online that they really love, and when they can see it in person, they're like, oh yes, I absolutely want to have that. Mm-hmm.
Well, and you have lots of different choices for people too. You've got a big inventory of different linens and different, the candles I'm looking at here, I thought we were going to catch on fire, but apparently not. And of course, that's important too when you're setting up in a hall, everything safety, right? But we're looking at chandeliers around me, and there's many different choices for brides and grooms to be able to pull from here in your warehouse. You have it. You've got a laundry set up too, so in-house everything. It's
all
it's
in-house,
amazing.
a huge family, lots of support, great staff, and there's a lot of people behind the scenes that make this work and make each wedding what it is, and we just work really well together, but lots of people are behind the scenes doing the washing and folding and prepping.
And I know you're a stickler for them to look very clean, linens and all that sort of thing. Yeah, it's sort of, we're all like that.
Yeah.
But it's good, it's quality, right? You want to, you want that day to be beautiful for them. You want it to be perfection, and you strive for that for sure. So there's many, we were talking about linens, and there's many choices of colors, and is there a trend that's going on right now?
Well, actually, it's kind of a mixture. There used to be a lot of rustic elements, but that's still there, but just more, you're taking those pieces and you're mixing it with others, so into the pampas grass, or, just elevating it with some more modern touches so that it's not quite, rustic, like in your backyard, hoedown kind of thing, but just mixing it up a little bit, and even vintage is mixed in there too, and then all different kinds of colors, but what's still trending is the naturals and neutrals.
Not like when I got married and we were making Kleenex flowers on our vehicles, and everything was white. The bride was white, the linens were white, everything was white, but now there's so many colors, and and you know, different nationalities, if there's colors within their, you know, their nationality that they want to pull from.
Exactly, yeah.
You can do that. You
Yeah.
can basically do whatever you want now.
Yeah, the sky's the limit, really.
Yeah.
You can come up with all different kinds of ideas. And it's one of those things where, yes, it used to be where everything was the same, cookie cutter, you know, everything was white and you can just swap out, maybe the napkin color was different, or you had the tissue paper flowers, you added that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And now, you know, weddings aren't necessarily sit-down meals. They're really social gatherings of, you know, kind of more cocktail hour, or, you know, we have like fancy furniture that's there. People can lounge instead, or, you know, lots of different ways of incorporating tons of color and just making every wedding unique, and especially for cultural influences. You want to make, you know, those things stand out too for the couple.
But I mean, and we all know it was pretty devastating during COVID for anybody involved in the wedding industry, event industry, and it's nice to see things starting to open up.
Definitely.
And people, you have different types of packages too that people can, you know, if they want a small, intimate wedding or they want a huge wedding, you know, depending, now of course, I guess it's going to be wide open in terms of the size limits you can have.
Exactly, yeah, the capacities have opened up, and so now we're kind of back to normal, and which, you know, that's very exciting. And so really the packages, the pricing is influenced by the number of people that you have. So even over COVID, you know, it was really hard, and we had some weddings that obviously postponed and canceled. But the ones that stuck it out, they really wanted to have that day. You know, maybe they were anticipating originally 150 people, but now, you know, it's down to 6 people or 20 people or 10. We just kind of rolled with the punches of whatever we could do, right? You know, it's whatever. The price really is depicted by how many people you have and everything that's involved. But we will do micro celebrations still. That is something that I think is going to continue on, or these little tiny weddings and celebrations to have.
Well, and you've done, I think, every hall in the city. You've done Killarney, Mountain Lodge. You've done backyard. Outdoor weddings. So it's very much a personal decision, you know, on what the couple wants, and you just tailor things to go with that.
That's right. And every venue is different as to what the restrictions are or their requirements, because different places have their own routines and ways of doing things. So we're familiar with that, and we make sure that with each decision, wherever they're having it, we're keeping it so that the people working at that venue are happy with the choices that we're making too.
Well, I've seen many of your photographs of the weddings you've done, and there's halls I really have a hard time figuring out which hall it is, because you transform, you know, just basically a box into, you know, a beautiful setting.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm a little biased, but you have a very good reputation in the industry, that's for sure, and you know, lots of choice for brides and grooms and couples.
Yeah. But we love doing it, so that's just it, and I think that's what kind of comes through too, is that we do love doing it, and you know, I think about it all the time, and even when I'm shopping for something else, you know, jewelry, I'm like, ooh, I could use this for, you know, sweat accent on this kind of decoration.
A little bit of bling is okay, no matter what. But yeah, it's nice how it's very much tailored to the couple, and like I say, it transforms into a beautiful day for them.
Yeah.
I mean, and you've done houses. I mean, the whole day sometimes too. Even when they're getting ready, you've done lots of different things.
Oh yeah. We can add on, and we've done where they're getting ready, and then also for the ceremony, cocktail hour, the reception, but also, you know, the gift opening the next day. So there's lots of areas that we can decorate for sure.
Yeah. And you have done events, corporate events, and lots of different things.
Christmas parties and bridal showers, baby showers, all the fun stuff.
Yeah. Well, it definitely was. You have that creative trait going through. It doesn't come from anything I ever did.
Of course it does. It comes from you too.
You know, again, if you showed me 3 things, I could probably narrow things down, but you know, every time I want to decorate my house, I have to ask you to come over and say, okay, keep that, get rid of that. I can't, it's overwhelming to me. So there's a skill in that, right? And definitely that's why people need somebody like you to help narrow that down.
Yeah. And I think way back when I got married, I didn't realize that until I got married, that you can still be creative and really knowledgeable and capable of doing a lot of things yourself. But there's something to be said about somebody else doing it for you and really making sure that all comes together. It's hard to do it yourself.
Well, yes, it's hard to be objective and figure things out. And actually, you were one of those brides from, what was it, 777?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's where it all kind of started,
It
right?
is, yeah.
You took over a little business and look what you created. It's amazing. Because how many, 2007.
15 years. I know.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it, but
I know, it's gone by so quickly.
I know.
Yeah, well, of course, we're happy, because you started down south, but we're happy you're up here now, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love it. It's my home, right? So it's
Yeah.
always been my home, and I'm glad that we came back.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, we all are, and Sudbury is too, because you've done some beautiful weddings for people to remember the rest of their lives,
Yeah,
right? It's
that's
such an
true.
important day for people.
Yeah.
So is there any great plans, any changes? You're just gonna...
We're because we've kind of changed the way we used to do things, and now we have full concept packages, and that's where I'm really loving it when people are coming to me and we can dive into making something really magical. And I'm excited for these events to move forward, especially this season now that the weddings are kind of back, and we're going to be posting pictures and letting people know how fun it can be and celebrating again.
Oh, absolutely. We just want to get together again
Yes.
and have happy moments in our lives, right? And that's certainly, I miss those times when I'm getting together with friends, and I'm anxious for that all to change. So the best way to reach you if somebody does want to find out more or book an appointment to come and talk to you, how do they do it?
Best way is on the website, so it's unforgettableweddings.ca, and from there you can look at our price list and send a request for information, for a quote, and that way I get back to you. We can set up a phone call initially just to make sure that we're on the same page of what your needs are and what we can deliver, and there we go from there to set up an appointment.
Great, and I'll post those links when I put this up on my social media.
Wonderful.
Well, thank you very much. It's a little different doing this with two of us, but I wanted to celebrate women in business, and why not my daughter?
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you. Love you lots.
Love you
Cheers.
too. Cheers.